Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick.
I'm Ian.
And this week we're going to be talking about the vinyl revival. I know some people really hate that term out there, but kind of like whether or not the vinyl revival is something that is going to last for a long time. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you click that link below and go check out our Facebook group.
Facebook group, yes.
So make sure you do that, join that. It's not necessarily what the same stuff we talk about on here.
It's kind of music in general.
It's music
vinyl,
in general,
everything.
yeah. CD, all sorts of different stuff. But
A
there's
lot of
always
cool people on there.
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead and join that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and click the notification bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding. So I think the big thing with the vinyl revival, if you want to call it that, is, really I think the thing that's going to give it like a sustainability, I think, is to get younger generations involved, because if it's just us old people buying records all the time, eventually we're going to die off.
Well, right. People like Nick, we're all going to die off. Me is who you want to apply to or appeal to.
Why
younger
is that?
generations.
Younger generation. You're older than me.
Shh.
And
They don't know that.
They don't know that?
No.
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess you got more gray hair than I do, so I don't know.
Well, I don't have
your
any
beard.
hair. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, definitely, I think that's kind of the key. The way I kind of look at it is, whether or not younger kids are getting into it, because that's the thing with CDs, and that's why I don't think there's like any kind of really long-lasting sustainability with the CD market, is because like younger kids today really aren't getting into CDs like they are with vinyl.
Well, I think maybe because there's the digital to streaming situation. There's not much space there. It's just kind of the same thing. Whereas with
I don't
records,
think it's the same thing at all.
Well, no, but you see what I'm saying though. There's like that.
They're similar.
There's like a perception.
Yeah,
of similarity.
Especially with like younger generation.
Right.
Because I've talked to Jack, my oldest. He's driving now. He has his own car, and I've talked to him before about, he's a big rap fan, or a big fan of like Pop Smoke and those guys. And I saw a Pop Smoke CD, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to pick that up?" And he's like, "No, I'm not gonna listen to
music that when I hear it, I shake my fist at it."
Yeah, he's like, "If I'm gonna listen to that, I'm just gonna stream it when I'm in my car." He's not gonna listen to a CD. He doesn't have a CD player in the house here, so it's just like that's kind of where I see like the limitations of CDs. Right.
Well, and I mean that's a limitation of vinyl as well. But the difference is that people who collect vinyl and listen to vinyl, it's about listening to that album. I mean, because Jack buys records too.
He does.
When he's listening to it at home, he's listening to a record. He's listening to that album, that collection of songs. And I think that has a lot to do with it. And I think there is at least it's not a huge group of young kids kind of grabbing onto the vinyl thing, but I think they're there. I think it's there. Maybe not enough to sustain it going forward, but at least enough to keep it in a collectible level for a while.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right when it comes to kids buying these different whether it's CDs or vinyl. But like I think back to like when I go to the record store, I definitely see a lot of not necessarily like younger kids, but definitely people. I consider pretty much everyone under 30 a kid, but I see a lot of like early to mid 20s in the record section. I see them like there's one kid that I see all the time. He's normally one of the first ones in the door to flip through used records at Dearborn Music. And, but I see them going through and buying records. I don't see the same numbers buying CDs.
No. I think CD is still there because it's still a cheap way to produce.
Yeah.
And that's not a dig on the quality. It's just it's
cheaper to produce.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's still going to be there. CD is always going to continue, but it's just going to be. I mean, we've seen it in the market. Vinyl sales they're outpacing CD now.
But the sales have outpaced CDs, but CDs still move more units per year because they're a lot cheaper. You could buy a CD for $12, and that same record now is $28.
Right.
Where 2 or 3 years ago, that same record was probably $22,
or even 18, 19. Honestly.
Yeah. So you're definitely seeing that. I think the price gap really influencing the market to a certain degree. Maybe that's why you're going to see some people shift more to CDs than vinyl, but I don't know. I really haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I think if it's a cost issue, they'll just go back to streaming.
Yeah.
Honestly. Especially if they're paying for a subscription to, say, Spotify or Apple Music.
Yeah.
I think if it becomes an issue of cost, you're just going to see people just shift to
That makes sense.
streaming. Because, I mean, I use streaming in my car for the same reason. It's like, it's
convenient.
It's convenient, yeah. It's
And there's
right
nothing wrong with streaming. I mean, I'm not going to vilify, a streaming service. I use Apple Music, when I'm in my house, sometimes when I'm sitting at my desk.
I've only done that once. If I'm in my house, I'll throw a record on. I don't even,
There's
it's
some
not even
stuff-
about, if I'm not even into it, I'll just put a record on.
There's some stuff that isn't available on vinyl
Right.
or is so incredibly outrageously expensive on vinyl that I don't have it. And sometimes I've got it on CD and sometimes I don't. So
There was only, like I said, there was only one day where I was like, it was just like nothing in my head I really wanted to listen to. So I just plugged in my tablet to my stereo and did a random stream.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, I only do it in my car. I only have it if that's car music. The turntable is house music for me. So
I think the other thing that's going to hurt the sustainability of the vinyl market, I think, is the way that a lot of us in the vinyl community kind of vilify younger collectors. And I've done it myself. I harassed Ian 15 minutes ago about saying the word vinyls, right?
yeah.
And it's just one of those things that, it's stuff like that. It's getting on people for the turntable that they use.
Or repressings versus original pressings.
Yeah, I think it's like the elitist aspect, I think, of the vinyl community. And that's not just something specific to the vinyl community. Comic book community is has a lot of those same tendencies.
I think any hobby group type thing is going to have that because, film people, genre stuff, it's all, there's toxic members. And I'm not to say that what we're talking about is exactly toxic, but it can be. I mean, it's one thing to...
I think it's toxic to the people that are listening to it. The people that it's discouraging.
I think you can be elitist with yourself, with your collection and how you treat your collection. And you can express that out to other people, how you treat your collection.
Yeah.
But to judge other people or to question their passion for the hobby because they don't do it your way.
Yeah. Or if they buy a record from a box store or something like that.
It's, it's all about the love of what we're doing and the things that we enjoy, the music, the collectability. That's all it is. It's just about being passionate about that. But, no reason to be mean about it.
No, absolutely not. But I think that's kind of what I was going to is, a lot of that negativity really with today's youth really puts them off.
Yeah.
They're not going to want to, invest money into something that we love.
That's how record collectors got the stigma of being hipster.
Yeah.
You're a hipster because you eat kale and you buy vinyl. I mean, that was a
you,
big joke.
Or you buy records and you don't even own a record player.
Yeah.
So,
which is also fine. It's still feeding the industry and keeping things alive.
Yeah.
How you listen to it is up to you.
I said on a social media post not too long ago that there's a million different reasons why people buy and love vinyl records. And, my reasoning is going to be different from Ian's. Ian's is going to be different from you watching at home, and yours is going to be different than your neighbors. So, it's we need to focus more on, supporting each other, in buying records and enjoying the music. If you've got that Crosley suitcase record player at home, you know what? That's fine. You're not doing anything wrong because a lot of those people are going to eventually upgrade to something different. Mm-hmm. They'll move on to a bigger and better system. And no, the Crosley record player is not going to destroy your records because trust me, the turntables that were spinning a lot of this stuff behind me from the 60s and 70s
were suitcase. There were suitcase record
absolutely,
players.
And they're probably better. The Crosley is probably a better record player than a lot of the stuff that was listened to. I think we've got to get away from or move away from a lot of the hatred and negativity. But I think that's really one of those. It's really going to help the vinyl revival or whatever you want to call it to really continue over
just
the long run.
the physical media industry. because it's struggling.
Yeah,
it's,
absolutely.
You know, it could very easily disappear. You know, if you were alive in the, you know, old enough to be buying records in the 90s, in the mid to late 90s, when the digital side of things really started to take off, the Napsters and everything,
Yeah.
and the devaluing of CDs in like the Best Buys. You know,
Yeah.
CDs were now $10. Mom and pop record stores could not compete with that.
Yeah.
Because Best Buy was selling them as a loss leader, and mom and pop record stores were having to sell their CDs for $15, $20.
Yeah.
Best Buy selling for $10. So what happens is all those stores go out of business, and then you don't have any. And then all Best Buy carries is Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Which is fine if you like Lady Gaga, but it's not a lot. It's not enough. It's not, you know.
But I think that's where a lot of people get frustrated with people that do buy a lot of their records from a Walmart or a Target, because Walmart in particular is able to, like you said,
True.
sell their records at a loss, where a place like, you know, Encore Records, Flipside Records, Dearborn Music, they're not able to do things like that.
Right.
But I don't think we're at the point now where Walmart and Target are devaluing vinyl like Best Buy intentionally did in the late 90s.
Yeah, if Walmart dedicates an entire corner of their store to records, then you can panic.
Yeah.
Right now, that's like what, a 8-foot section at best.
yeah.
At best.
And it's, you know, when you go to like a big box store, you're not buying, you know, harder to find albums.
No.
They're just not there. A lot of the stuff is going to be your more popular.
It might be a
music.
variant of Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're really dealing with.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
They
Fleetwood
do
Mac's
have-
Rumors.
I do see a lot of Rush and things like
Yeah.
that there, but it's
Stuff
all like
that's
big name bands.
Big name stuff. And it's so, yeah, you're never going to, if you watched our last episode about Alice Cooper, all of the Alice Cooper records we showed on that are not going to end up in a Walmart.
No.
You're going to have to go to a record store to buy them. And if those record stores go away, then you only have the online, and that's where the prices get shot up too.
I don't think we're going to run into any kind of issue until you see, like you said, Walmart or Target really expand their collection and really kind of, you know, when they were doing the $15 vinyl sale last year, you know, that's a once every couple of year kind of thing. If that's really kind of like an ongoing thing, then I think we're really going to get into some issues.
But, you know, Dearborn Music, our local record store, they do deals all the time.
Yeah.
You know, every other week or so, they got like 20% off or, you know,
at least,
that kind of stuff.
every other month or so.
Right. They're doing something. They're always doing something. So you got to support those, and don't discourage people from getting into it. And you know, if they buy their first record at Walmart and they enjoy it, they're going to go and find the Dearborn Musics or the Encore.
Yeah, because eventually they're going to work their way through that
the limited amount,
that's available at those box stores, and they're going to look for things. And oh, look, here's a record store over here. I can go check that out. Especially in a place like Ann Arbor, because there's a couple of different record stores, you know, that I don't go to as much as I probably should. But you know, there's definitely some. There's in most places there's a general, you know, at least one or two record stores within like a 30-mile radius of a lot of places.
Right. Yeah, you'll find something somewhere.
But there's a lot of times you get out to, I know people that live in more remote areas. Well, Walmart's all they have.
Right.
You know, but then again, a lot of people make the argument, well, you can go onto a Dearborn Music's website and buy music and have it shipped for just as long as your order is $30, which is nowadays an album.
Right.
They'll ship it for free. So there's a lot of places online you can go check out also. I don't know. It just it all kind of goes back into the long-term viability of something, like I said, that we love and really enjoy.
And balance. Everything in life, there has to be some kind of a balance. You know, yes, it's if Walmart takes over vinyl sales, it's going to ruin everything.
Yeah.
But with the small little niche that they've got, and everyone else having the bigger market, there's balance. You buy a little bit here, buy more of it here. Just balance it out, and everything will work out.
Yeah. Well, that's all we got for you this week, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. Drop us a comment down below and let us know what you think about all this. You know, do you think that the vinyl sales are going to continue to increase like they have over the last, you know, really almost decade and a half now?
Close to it, yeah.
But like I said, let us know what you guys think, okay? You can always hit that subscribe button down below.
Hit the like, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Oh, you know, was there anything else you wanted to add, or?
No.
I felt like I kind of cut you off there at the end, but no.
Well, yeah, I'm used to that.
All right, guys. Well, until next time,
Talk to y'all later.
Keep on spinning. Peace.